Our baby girl, Amara, has eczema, and we've been struggling quite a bit to find a treatment that works. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you the treatment that we have found so far that has been, somewhat working for her. Well, it's actually looking pretty good, so we'll show you exactly what we have been doing. Hey everyone, we are Ashley, Nandi, and Amara, and this is Freedom Soapbox. It's a place where we speak, we live, and we express ourselves freely. And this is our story about our baby girl and her eczema. We've been struggling to find a treatment that works for her, and we've tried so many different things, but finally we found something that seems to be helping. So if you're struggling with eczema with your child, please watch this video because it might help you too. This is more of a strategy. So what we're going to show you is actually more of a strategy rather than one simple solution to apply on her face. So for about 5 months or so, she has been struggling with eczema. We couldn't really figure out why. It's just this rash, and it seems to be quite itchy on her. She rubs her face on everything pretty aggressively, so we can tell that it's really bothering her. So her pediatrician had us try mixing hydrocortisone cream with A&D cream at first, which actually did help, but the thing is it'll help for a few days and it'll look like it's pretty much gone. So then we'll stop applying it because we don't want to use, a steroid cream too long on her. But then as soon as we stop, it'll come back aggressive, like angry. Later on, the pediatrician prescribed a few different types of treatments, but both of these treatments that she prescribed to us had steroid in them. And we weren't even supposed to exceed more than 7 days in a row of usage at a time. So we felt like that's a little harsh for a baby, and we would prefer to use something more natural if possible and even figure out why this is even happening to her. Maybe we can get to the root of the matter, So what I did one day was I went to a herbalist and they gave me some herbs that they say usually help with this kind of thing. So I was instructed to infuse these herbs with coconut oil and jojoba oil and then apply it on her cheeks. So at first it seemed like it was starting to help a little bit, but literally the next day it looked like it was just drying her out. Yeah, it was drying her cheeks out pretty good. And given the fact that she keeps scratching the area, it just made it to the point where she started scratching and it started bleeding, okay? Because it was a little too dry. So once I saw it starting to bleed, I was like, something else has to be done. So then I went over to these people by the pier in St. Petersburg who sell natural skincare products. And I showed them her face, and they suggested a cream that has neem and avocado in it. They also mentioned that they think this is happening because she's lactose intolerant. They believe that because that is just what happened with their baby. So she suggested that I get her a different type of formula to try as well. So we tried the new formula that is specific for babies who have a cow's milk protein allergy. And also we used the cream. So it seemed to work pretty well for a few days. And Amara even pooped everything out. Her constipation seemed to be gone. She had more energy and her cheeks seemed to get a little bit better, right? And anyways, after a week or so, it started to get bad again, and we're not really sure why, but I do think that it probably doesn't help that she is always aggressively rubbing her face. So, I know it itches, it's not quite gone, but she really rubs her face too aggressively, and when she does that, it starts bleeding. So I think she starts scratching off of those scabs, and that's also not helping. So I think her face just cannot heal fast enough because she just won't let it. So what we do now is I just started rotating the different treatments throughout the day/week. So a few times a week, I will actually apply a little bit of the steroid cream on her. So like when it seems to it's getting pretty bad, then I'll dab a little bit of the steroid cream on her. And then, of course, roughly like about 3 times a day, I apply the neem cream and maybe dab a little bit of the herb oil as well. And then we make an effort to not give her anything with milk protein in it. So it's keeping her eczema situation down. It's a little bit better. At the moment, it kind of looks like it's close to being gone, but it's still a little bit present. The main thing is that it is under control. So I hope that really helps some of you out there who might be struggling with this with their baby. These are just some suggestions that you may want to consider. Also think about how they could possibly be lactose intolerant or have like a cow's milk allergy. And what you can do if you really want to make sure and confirm that they do have a cow's milk allergy would be to tell the pediatrician, and then they may send you off to a lab to have her blood drawn, and then they'll test it and make sure that she is in fact lactose intolerant. We were actually given that option to do that, but we just chose not to do anything invasive, and we just wanted to just make the assumption because it seems pretty obvious given that my husband is lactose intolerant as well. So we just decided to believe that that's the problem, since using the other formulas seems to be helping her tremendously. But you guys can do whatever you want to do. Okay, that's it for now. Hope this helps. Have a wonderful week.